Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's episode we're going to, spoiler alert, the engine's out, but today we're going to pull the gearbox off and start figuring out our new setup. So we're going to put that gearbox onto this engine, which I painted by the way, and looks nice and shiny. But yeah, so it's kind of just a bits sort of video, doing bits of everything really. Might give that engine bay a clean, and we'll pull that gearbox off. So yeah, enjoy, and let's get into it. You alright, buddy? Sorry. So I think I've got all the bolts. I'm just gonna try and lever it off. I'll either come or it won't, because I would have either remembered all the bolts or not. Ooh, that looks good. Gotta be careful that this motor doesn't tip over. I think probably this gearbox, which is holding it up. There we go. Woo! A bit all over the shop. Rightio. That's it apart. Righty, so basically engine and gearbox are down there. From further notice, so I had originally planned to use this gearbox again, which is the ED box, but the input shaft is so much smaller, and because I'm going to be eventually turboing up, I've just been thinking, I thought, you know what, stuff it. Even though I've got limited time, I'm going to spend the time and make the Syrian box work, because it's just so much stronger and beefier. Like, you can see the difference. Ready? That's the ED factory box, and that is the Syrian box. So it's just a no-brainer. But anyway, we'll leave that for now. So we'll continue on with gutting this engine bay to get it painted, so that I don't lose all my parts. Alrighty, so just giving this face a light sand, just because it had a little bit of schmuck from sitting on it, but it's all beautiful now, so it's time. Well, I'll pull these out, clean up this, any debris on the sides, make sure you do that, but then it's time to put the head on. So blocks all painted. Ouch, just tripping over. Looking very good, ready to make some power. Double it. Triple it. Just use one of them to wipe around. I'll just get it. Alrighty, so we have a bit of an update. I put the head back on. No, sorry. Was about to put the head back on and turned the motor over, and it didn't turn over. Turns out, which I didn't find out because I couldn't do it until something was on, it was hitting the drain tray. Well, this little splash tray here. So yeah, good thing we noticed that before we got it running, but we would have had to anyway. But yeah, so slight modification: when you do use the 4G63 rod bolts, you got to give this a bit of a massage. So we've just kind of lined it up where the holes. We've got a hammer and we've knocked the whole plate down so that it clears, because it only just hit, but it was enough. Well, anything hitting is too much, so we've given that a bit of a massage down, and hopefully it should be all good after that. We'll test fit it on now and see how it goes, but yeah, there you go. You do need a clearance of that. Give it in. Good. So I'm just getting the bolts ready, just oiling them up. Give a little whoosh, and then set them in their places, and then we'll be able to drop it on to the engine. Alrighty, so we got the steel head gasket on, and yeah, I think we're ready to put the head on. Touch wood. Hopefully. I don't really feel like pulling it off again, but we'll give it a go, eh? Alright. I think that's it. Alrighty, so basically we got the engine painted and I got the head on. Sorry, I think I missed videoing that, so I apologize for not showing that. But anyway, we've got to put the head back together. So cams, cam caps, all that fun stuff, tappet cover, might try fitting the exhaust again. We're gonna have to reroute this cylinder here because it comes down and hits this oil filter. So yeah, but anyway, that's the painted finished product, so it looks pretty good. Alright, so we've got the camshafts in place and they're aligned using their little dots. So they've got, like, I'm not sure if you can quite see, but see this little dot there? So you got to line that up with this one here, and so forth. There's another one down there. That's how you line it up. So then I'm just going to tighten all these caps. Start first, sorry, it's actually classed as second, third and fourth. They're supposed to go to 12 Newton meters plus or minus 2, so I'll get them all tightened up, and then that's the head back together. Alright, so that's them all tightened up. Now we've just got to remove this retaining bolt, so it's a sprung gear, so that's just to stop the chatter between the gears. So once you remove this bolt, it loosens the spring, and then that's that part of the top done. This head looks disgusting. Look at that. So we're going to try and remove all of that schmutz, and we're going to give this gearbox a bit of a clean up. And also painted it engine, but yeah. So today's kind of just cleaning, but we'll get to it, eh? So with some water. It's been about 5 minutes. Don't imagine it's probably done much. It's getting there. I might give it a little scrub up to try and loosen it up a bit. Alrighty guys, so got the water pump painted and the bolts are just sitting in there loosely. I've put my O-ring seal in there. So we'll just tighten up these bolts, and then that is that front of the engine ready to go. And time to start putting the pulleys and, well, the tapper cover, but it's still soaking, it's filthy. So we'll just keep going along with the front.